and that we welcome them. Yes, do you remember that? Quite an outreach program for the Vatican. Out of character, so to speak, in their generosity. And then you have Mr. Obama, looking a bit like an E.T. himself, as he has proclaimed. When one of those movies that are about E.T.s came out, which one was it? The one with the big ears there. He was saying to people, he said, "Oh, everyone says I look like Spock." Now, lots of times these people say things, just as code and signal. And in larger terms, when there is an official announcement that comes across these little machines that you refer to, then do you think that's going to be the announcement? And what do you think that's going to mean, Denise? What does that mean for you? Say on July 4th, say we said to you, all right, it's coming in less than a moon. July 4th, they are going to announce it. What would that mean to you?
Acceptance.
Acceptance?
Yes, that we would be moving forward as
louder, please. That you would be
moving forward as a species, that we would be in concert.
So, are you of the mindset that if Ted Koppel or we don't know who some of those announcers are, but some of those announcers that people refer to, if they were to come on and say, "Dear folks, we would like to let you know we are not alone. They are here." Do you notice we open all our sessions with "Good evening, we are here"? Denise, we have a bridge. We'll sell it to you for not too much money. Are you interested in buying it? Denise, if it comes through the main media, it's not going to be true. Can you wrap your head around that?
I'm very clear about that.
Then why do you think it's going to be unity? If it is based on deceit. That's the problem. The unity or the contact that you may have may be more inner. We are not saying that you are going to wake up at night and there's going to be something at the foot of the bed waving through the window. Although these things occur, do you understand? These things occur. But forces that want to work with you are more than likely going to land in your head or in your awareness. And there's, we were talking about probabilities. Lewis was bringing up the splits of world and probabilities. You are in a probable world right now that really sprang out of a suppression and a hiding of Tesla technology. That sprang to being in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Mr. Tesla and others were quite brilliant. Mr. Tesla himself claimed that ETs were giving him information. And he was a big machine builder, yes?
Yes.
Of course, well, the machine kingdom comes through all kinds of beings. Now, what happened with that technology? Mr. Tesla himself could have, he was at one time discoursing on the idea that he could build craft without wings, and that he could provide free energy, wireless energy, that he could let's say, move things at a distance. He had all kinds of very brilliant ideas, and he came out to Colorado for a while and did some big work in Colorado. So Colorado has a charge in the Tesla energy. Where was he?
Colorado Springs.
Colorado Springs, all right, there you have it. And then who has taken over Colorado Springs today?
Military.
The military and the fanatical Christians, yes. Might as well be fair if we're going to name call. Now, that technology went somewhere. So it is entirely possible that you have governmental forces staging an ET announcement through Mr. Obama, perhaps that's why they gave him the Nobel Peace Prize. And remember, there he was going to receive the Peace Prize, and what bizarre thing happened over Norway?
The spiral.
The spiral, which some fools were saying, oh, it's the ETs coming, or the portals are opening naturally. How about something as simple as HAARP? Ground-based technology that mucks with people's minds, and that does open dimensions and does allow things to come in. So an announcement is not going to solve anything. An official announcement is going to be received with some as hope, oh, right, it's all going to be better now. As some is like, oh, now we can all unite. Some will be terrified, but what it will do, it will create a tremendous amount of emotionality. And through one event or another, you are going to build emotional energy collectively this summer. Ideally, in this room, we asked you to expect excellence. So your energy will be brilliant, it will be sparkling, it will be splendid, it will be excited about human potential. But there will be all kinds of other emotionality. And you will rev up so much emotional energy this summer that you are going to meet the cosmic energies. This is your sort of reaching out to the sun and the planets to say, hey, you're giving us something, here's our response. And it is highly likely that ET is involved in this capacity in one way or another. It is not definitive. We do not give specific dates and times. It's a foolish question to ask us what day, what time is this going to happen. We will say that as the weather moves, as Saturn is in Libra, and Saturn moves back into Libra when, Louis? July, August?
Yes.
All right. When Saturn moves back into Libra, Saturn rules karma and structures. Libra is relationships and others. And if you track back in time, you can see that when Saturn was in Libra about, every 15, 18 years or some such like this, there's a pattern of meeting others. So there's a high probability, as best we can answer, Denise, in the next few years that this can come down. And it come down as early as this summer and autumn. And let's say the earlier it comes down, the more contrived it will be, the more leveraged it will be, because as people reach out of control or people reach new levels of control, those in charge of things are not going to be happy. And remember, all summer, spring, they have their meetings, the G this and the Bilderberger and the trilaterals. They all set these plans into motion. Way behind the scenes, you have a few humans that believe they are in power, but they are only possessed by other beings, often extraterrestrial. You also have to factor in the problems of what's under your feet. Not just welcoming these space creatures or thinking that that's going to change things, but there are many creatures who cohabitat life with you, who cohabitat Earth with you. Among them, the most prominent are the giants. They are not something of the past. There are plenty of stories all over from different beings, and there are plenty of disinformation beings spinning the tales. So when you are out there studying, you must use your body as your best dowsing device. And you must make an agreement with your body to say, body, I love you, and let me know if I am getting excited about something or investing in something that is bullshit. No manure. We want you to get a manure detector. You build it in the imagination, you implant it here, thank you, in the center of your body, and you ask it to let you know that if something's not right, it starts stinking. All right? Now, manure can be very good. You need it for fertilizing. But just remember that you must be able to discern the difference and don't get all excited about something that may not be true. Summer will be highly leveraged, and there will be an extraordinary amount of behavioral modification experiments that will be used on people through the media. This is a summer of high manipulation. But also, what you must pay attention to is what's going on in the Middle East.